Oh, fantastic. So next up, blockchain hiring skyrockets. So LinkedIn reported crypto and blockchain job listings have surged 615% since August of 2020. Traditional financial institutions like JP Morgan were among the top employers that were looking for roles in the digital asset space. Financial services firms were expected to hire more than 3 times as many staff with digital asset experience than in 2015. Well, that makes sense. What was even happening in 2015 in crypto? This just follows the trend of Google and Facebook and Amazon hiring more blockchain positions. You can pull that down. Thank you. So, open this up to the floor. Has anyone here, raise your hand if you have hired a blockchain developer? Okay, Stash. Right. Oh, wow.
No,
Okay.
I'm
All right.
lying.
So,
I'm lying.
all right. Steve, can you tell us like how you found them and what that process was like?
Yep. So I found them on Discord. I think the majority of the ones that I've talked to are either on Telegram and Discord chatting it up. I've met quite a few Rust developers as well on Discord, and a lot of really incredible Solidity developers are on Reddit. But I've never met one from LinkedIn. I have yet to search around there, but hired somebody through Discord and Telegram. And I think that a lot of that topic around LinkedIn is, what's being tracked. I mentioned this actually the last time I was on about DAOs being the future of work. The kind of meta engineers are all going to work for DAOs, putting proposals in where they get like a year's salary or 6 months salary to develop. And that's not being tracked here. So I would guess that 600% is actually like a 12 or 2000% increase, because you have people that are going to all these projects individually. They're not going to like a LinkedIn job listing, because that's not where most of these people are. The majority are on these kind of fringe sites looking for active communities like your Pi DAOs and all these different types of decentralized communities. So it's a great number. I like that LinkedIn is tracking closely and trying to get some talent going over to LinkedIn, where I say, oh, there's a lot of listings there. But I do think that a lot of this is taking place in these communities, kind of siloed on Discord. So if you see a project you like, jump into their Discord and ask them, what's going on. If you're a developer out there,
Yeah.
they're few and far between, making, $500,000 a time.
Yep.
So
Yep.
hot commodity.
Yeah, it is a hot commodity. So, Joe, Naval Ravikant said either you know how to code algorithms or the algorithms tell you what to do. Would you agree with that sentiment, Joe, or is that just alarmist?
I mean, I think that learning and educating yourself is the key. But when it comes to hiring people, I'm the type of person that I find an expert who is really, really good at what they do. And that's the person that I'm going to partner and team up with, right? So out of the panel, I think everybody raised their hand of hiring a developer. Personally, I've not done one yet, but I have looked into going about doing this because NFTs are absolutely on fire. And that's what we're going to be talking about here with the metaverse and NFTs coming up. So I won't spoil anything for our next topic. But this is incredibly in demand, right? People who know how to code, people who know how to develop. This is going to be a skill that is not going away anytime soon. In fact, it is becoming more and more in demand, as we just discussed. And as you just gave the statistics earlier before even the show started. So I think that if you do have these skills, or if you are looking to learn something that is highly in demand, this is definitely something to get out for. And also, you can see here, in the crypto land, it's very complex, right? And so, just again, if you're somebody who is really good at this, and you need help with like getting out there and finding people who are actually looking for your services, like our friend said, Steve mentioned Discord and Telegram, great places to connect with people. And definitely would, if you're not on those social medias, definitely take a look at them. Be careful, obviously, on those, but definitely a good place to connect with people and drum up some business for everyone.
Yeah, it really is. If you know Solidity, you've got a job. So Rice, actually no, hang on. I'm going to throw this to Stash real quick. So, Stash, what do you think is more valuable, learning how to code in Solidity or a degree from Harvard?
Oh man, that's a bit of a trick question. I think that they both have their use cases. Knowing how to code in general, outside of Solidity, to be perfectly honest, another fault of Ethereum is the fact that they've created their own proprietary coding language. Come on, guys, you guys could easily put this in another common coding language, like so many other blockchains have done thus far. But I digress. I would say that the best thing that a Harvard degree does for you is the connections and the being able to say that you went to Harvard. Like that can open tons of doors. Now, being able to code Solidity is a high demand, talent right now, high demand skill. So it really depends on what you're looking to do in the long run. Being a coder, if that's what you're going to be focused on, I think it makes a lot of sense. So I don't know, like what's more. In the long run, I would say maybe really it's probably the Harvard degree, because of how many doors it can open. Like I said, Solidity is one specific language. If you're just a general coder and you can really adapt, I think that's a lifelong skill that can be applied in so many different ways. But that does put you in worker position. Just you got to keep that in consideration. If you're a coder, you are not in a bad way, but you are a tool. Not a bad tool, like, oh, you're a freaking tool, but like you are a piece of the cog, right? And the Harvard degree that makes you the top of or the over body. A lot of times you're the boss, and so it depends on which way you want to go about that. I might pick the Harvard degree, even though I am a coder.
Got it.
I do want to add to that is
Yes, Steve.
just to make some good juicy, I would disagree on that point of the Harvard degree.
Oh boy.
But I think that the skill over school is now taking shape online. So somebody that has a Solidity portfolio
I agree with that.
Definitely going to win.
Now, I agree with skill over something like that. But when you talk about a Harvard degree, I'm not talking about just college. Oh, I've gone to college. I have a college degree.
So wait, like University of Phoenix online, that's not good.
Right, exactly. That's not going to carry away with anybody. Nobody cares. But
going like Cambridge, like in your Harvard.
It's not about the information you gain there. It's about that piece of paper saying you went there, that you're part of this, like, insider type of track, right? I think that's really what is the benefit there.
Yeah. So, Rice, let's see here. So does it seem like JP Morgan and other traditional finance firms are downplaying their blockchain branches? And point of order, a Harvard degree costs $200,000. That does not include board. So are these guys are these banks and stuff trying to hide the fact that they're late to the game? Or is this the right timing?
I wouldn't say either, really. They've been, a lot of these banking and financial institutions have been very vocal. JP Morgan has their own private blockchain. They have their own blockchain division. All these other companies are starting to bring on blockchain developers and people in the cryptocurrency space. It's not just coding or developing. You're seeing jobs for customer service. You're seeing jobs for people to manage in different areas. You're looking for even people who are familiar with crypto to do HR work, because it's a crypto themed company. And when you're seeing MicroStrategy having success, Tesla having success, and then you're seeing Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and all these other payment methods adding cryptocurrency. And then you hear about like Walmart looking for employees. Right now, currently, I would say a lot of people in the crypto space are going to be looking at Telegram and Discord for ways of being able to reach out and find these different employees. But we have like Carnegie Mellon University, MIT, and a lot of other colleges that are offering cryptocurrency and blockchain degrees in some fashion or education. So I think we're going to start seeing these traditional elements like LinkedIn and all these different hiring sites like Indeed and stuff promoting, because I actually did do a little bit of searching. And you have people in the cryptocurrency space that are actually pushing for this. Pump has his crypto jobs website. So I mean, this is a big commodity, and anybody who's been in cryptocurrency for a couple of years can translate their everyday normal skills they've had prior to cryptocurrency. If you were a customer service person, I mean, there's exchanges like Kraken and lots of other different firms that are looking for customer service people that are knowledgeable in crypto and blockchain. So I think it's also for these companies to stay relevant as well, because we are advancing. And I know we're going to be talking about Facebook in a little bit, but with their move,
Yep.
with their rebranding and talking about NFTs and a metaverse, with everything else I just mentioned, it would just be, it wouldn't be the smartest business move for any company not to involve themselves in this industry in some capacity, because there is some tools that every industry can utilize, whether it's supply chain management or disruption tools that we can use to get rid of third-party middlemen and things to that effect. So
Yeah.
I see this number only increasing.
Yep. It's that's a great point, because DZ and I were talking today just through the story, and it feels like this is the moment that social media managers, that job was at like 8 years ago. 8 years ago, people were like, "Wait a minute, we should be doing stuff on social media," and like now, social media managers are commanding, like good ones command an incredible amount of salary. So we're kind of
I
in that
agree.
moment right now. But before we move on to the final topic, which is going to be a hot one,